Do you want to introduce yourself and stuff?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name's Faraz.
Hello Faraz, my name's Barry Rouse. I'm the Provincial Grand Secretary for the Province of Staffordshire.
Okay. Just here today just to ask a few questions about the Masons and what they do. Like as in what is included to be a Mason. If that makes any sense. So if we can just ask what the grounds of a Mason is, as in how it started and a bit about your background.
Yes, okay. Well, Freemasonry goes back 300 years. We'll be celebrating our tercentenary in 2017. The United Grand Lodge of England, which is based in London, is the centre for all Masonic activity throughout the world.
Okay.
But basically covers England and Wales. There are other Grand Lodges in Scotland and in Ireland and in many countries, but they all come under the banner of the United Grand Lodge of England in London. Freemasonry in this country, in England and Wales, is divided up into provinces, which generally follow the very old boundaries of the counties. You at the moment are in Staffordshire, which goes all the way up to Leek and Moorlands and goes down beyond Dudley, out to Burton, and then in the west, really Eccleshall, I suppose, is the furthest west. And I'm responsible for all of the Masons in that province, and we have 2,800 members. They are formed into lodges, and we have 97 lodges throughout the province of Staffordshire. This building you're in now, which is in Wolverhampton, is the headquarters of the province. Provincial Grand Lodge is upstairs, and there are about 14 lodges that meet here. Now each lodge meets only once per month, generally in the winter months, from sort of September through to April. So they generally meet 6 or 7 times only. Those meetings are followed by a meal, which generally finishes at about 10 o'clock, and we'll go home and meet again in a month's time. At the meetings themselves, which are not secret at all, you can see them on the web and know exactly what we do, but basically we're bringing in new members as part of a ritualised ceremony. When a member first comes in, and he must be 21 years of age and he must be male.
Okay.
On the sex side, there are lady Freemasons. They are quite happy to exclude men, and we're quite happy to exclude women. You know? So we work in parallel, but we don't have joint meetings as such. So a Mason, if he's very young, like 21, is able to join. He goes through a ceremony called initiation, when he becomes an apprentice, which you may be familiar with the word in industry. Apprentices used to be anyway very commonplace, not so much now. At a few meetings after that, he would gain more experience and become a fellow craft. And a few more meetings after that, he would become a master mason. And each of those meetings, there is a certain ceremony of conferring those degrees. The lodge itself is structured with certain key players. There's not only the worshipful master, who is obviously in control of the lodge, but there is a senior warden and a junior warden who assist him. And below them there are officers like a secretary, a treasurer. We have an almoner to look after the people who need some help, members who need help, widows and so on. There's a charity steward. He's responsible for collecting a bit of money so we can give it away to charity. Now the three basic principles of Freemasonry are brotherly love, which is fellowship with like-minded men, relief, which is where the charity comes in, and truth. Now truth covers not only not telling lies, but to be an upstanding citizen and obviously obey every law, moral law and criminal law. And we do have disciplinary procedures if anyone strays from those narrow paths.
What are the disciplinary procedures?
Say again.
What are the disciplinary procedures?
Well, we have a disciplinary committee that if an offence has occurred with a member, we interview him. Depending on the seriousness of the offence, we can exclude him from ever coming again. Or if it's a drink driving offence, for example, which is we regard as very serious, although lots of people don't bother these days, we will probably suspend that member for 3 or 6 months from attending meetings. Because we do take it very seriously, because we hope to cultivate every good ethic and moral law within the membership as they grow within the organisation. Now, when we're in our meetings, there are 2 things we would never discuss. In fact, they're banned. One is religion, because we are not a religious organisation, although some members of the church think we are. But that's more their problem than ours. And we don't discuss politics, because our founding fathers 300 years ago found that those 2 subjects were more likely to cause disharmony in the lodge room than any other particular topic. Now, Freemasonry is open to all colours, creeds, races, religions. We have a lodge which is called Lodge of Universal Brotherhood, and I would estimate that 70% of those members are Sikhs or other Indian sort of religions, and we mix very harmoniously with every person. I can't think much else of any great interest. What I can show you is upstairs, which is the meeting room, which might be of interest to you, but you're not allowed to take photographs up there.
Okay.
That's right.
Not because there's anything particularly secret, but if ever any of you in future years to come wish to become a Mason, it might spoil your experience when you actually come in. So that's the reason we don't allow photographs.
How would you become a Mason?
How do you become a Mason?
Yeah.
The best route is if you know someone who is already a Mason who can vouch for you. But every applicant has to have a proposer and a seconder.
Okay.
And he also has to attend an interview with whichever lodge he's going into. Each lodge has a committee. And that's a forum where the potential new member can ask a lot of questions about the lodge and Freemasonry. And they can obviously ask him about his background, just because it is important that there is a fit, that there is common ground between them, because they have to harmonise together in the lodge. Can't think of anything else.
Is it true that you have to have a belief in one's
Yes, I was going to say, you have to believe in a supreme being.
Yeah.
Now, even to non-churchgoers or non-religious people, we do expect Masons to think, well, there must be something out there that's created this universe, not particularly the world we live in, but the whole structure, that there's something greater than man that has put all this together. So if you're a pure atheist, you might have difficulty in saying that. So that is one of the criteria, I'm afraid. And I think it probably stems back to the fact